Motorsports of KC, circle track, street, or drag strip, or if you want to go off-roading, they've got that special equipment you need to be faster, better looking, and safer. Located in Kansas City, Kansas at 6285 State Avenue. Come on in and see Brad, Barry, or Bobby for that special speed or custom item. Motorsports of KC is glad to sponsor the Racer of the Week. Let's check with Mike Kraft and see who that racer for this week will be.
Here we are with the Racer of the Week this week, Al Perkey from Coffeyville, Kansas. Al, 7-time champion with MLRA. But boy, this last one last year probably was one of the toughest ones for you to come up with.
Well, yeah, we just changed. We were starting the year out driving for Bill Koontz and that team, and we split ways there in the middle of the year and had to put our own stuff back together, and really wasn't ready for that to happen, but we pulled it off. It a little bit of luck fell our way, a little bit of hard work, and there we were.
If I understood it right on your website, I was looking, is that a 3-year-old car you brought back out?
Yeah, that original car was a 3-year-old car, and it got down to the nitty-gritty there, and we built this car that we're racing now there at the end of the year with 5 races to go. We did a lot of R&D with that car we were racing, and we just kind of felt like we maybe had got lost a little bit, so we brought out kind of what stuff we had knew and took a little bit of stuff we knew worked that we'd been trying, and then went back to some old stuff and finished the year out pretty strong.
Let's say, man, that's a tough way to do it. More or less 2 teams, but yet come out with that points championship, tough earned championship. Looking on there also, your most memorable win, it says 97 to Sunflower Classic at 81 Speedway.
Well, that was a long time ago, but that's the race that actually kept my career going. Right before that, I'd quit my job, had decided I was going to be a racer, and I had told my wife then that made kind of the decision that if we hadn't started doing better by the 4th of July, that we were going to go back to work and just race when we could, and we won that race there in the middle of June, and then the next week we run second, won $5,000 and another $10,000 to win, and so we won $16,000, $17,000 there in 2 weeks, and it kind of got us rolling, and then we just kind of kept going there for the next 10 or 12 years, and that's why that's kind of the most memorable race. If it hadn't been for that and a couple good finishes right there after there, who knows, might not even be talking to Al Perkey today.
This MLRA, man, it just keeps getting tougher every year. It seems like more and better cars and drivers keep coming into the series. Boy, is number 8 going to be tough to repeat. Well,
they're all tough, and they say that John Anderson's going to run it again this year, and Kyle Burke's coming aboard, and of course Brad, he barely lost that one last year, and so he's really hungry, wants to win deal. So David Turner's back with a vengeance. I mean, he's got a new car, new motors and stuff, and so we got some pretty good cars there that that are going to be running for it. And this year's different for me because I've actually kind of decided the 1st of January that we were really working hard at the salvage yard, and really that was going to be our main focus, main concern, and we're racing with a little less pressure. With a little more relaxed. I don't know what the end result's going to be. That's why we got to race the season.
Well, I noticed you were also going to run quite a bit NCRA and Mars, and kind of going to move around a little.
Yeah, we're going to run what we can, and you got to race. The 20-some races that MLRA races. That's not really enough to stay sharp. And it's not enough to keep my guy that's working on my car and stuff busy. So we're going to run, about 40 races, maybe a little more. Just depends. Pick and choose what we want to go to besides MLRA, and who knows? That can all change. In a couple of weeks. You never know. But yeah, we'll be there at a lot of them.
Okay, this race here tonight, man. You talk about competition. We got 5 series represented here tonight. And of course, each one of those series are running for points within their series. But man, we've got some of the best here in late model racing here in the Midwest.
Oh yeah.
It's just going to be a tough race, isn't it?
Sure, but that's the kind of stuff that makes you want to come and do it. It's not just about the money, and I mean I can say that because if you come and win a race and nobody's there, it's you've not done anything. It's if you come and race with this bunch of cars that's here tonight, the Phillips and the Bowen and the Anderson and the Burke and whoever else, is here. I mean, you win this race, you've done something. It's the best, the cream of the crop that's in our area, and it's good for the fans, and it's when you win, you've done something.
Yeah. I know you're running a Shaw chassis, Hatfield Power. How tough is it, man, for a guy to keep it together for this race season? What was it? If I read your schedule correct, 43 races you're thinking about making. How do you keep a race team together for 43 races?
A lot of good help. I got a boy that came aboard this year, Seth Roeder, that's been around racing a little bit. He's wanting to learn some stuff, and he works really hard at the shop, and couldn't do it without him. And just a lot of help from a lot of other people, sponsors, and guys like Shaw and Hatfield, and Justin at BP, Racing Fuels, and just those guys just all help out, and here we are.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to be following you around tonight. Hopefully we can try and stay out of your way. We don't want to bother you, we just want to watch you. But we'll keep up with you through the night, Al, so have some fun out there, man.
Okay, thank you.
Just like any other racer at this race here at the Great American Dirt Track, Al Perky's evening starts off here in the drivers' meeting as the promoter and race directors tell the drivers what they're going to be expecting through the evening as these races unwind. Next on the agenda is to get Al's hot rod warmed up as they get this Hatfield racing motor ready to go. Here you can see back into the area right behind the motor where the power steering and some of the other drives that come off the motor for the car are located. But it's time to get things ready. Al pulls out of the pit area and heads on down pit road to get in line for his heat race. Al Perky's going to start inside front row in his heat race and will immediately pull out to a large lead, and will extend that lead on out to about 6 to 8 car lengths, and he will win his heat race, which will allow him a terrific starting spot in the A main. Let's ride along with Al Perkey here for the start of his heat race. As they come around on the next lap, make sure and watch how fast that guardrail goes by right there on the front straightaway. But right now, just sit back and enjoy the ride as Al Perkey takes us for a few laps down at the Great American Dirt Track in Jetmore, Kansas.
A pretty good run there in that heat race. Is it a good thing to have that first heat race, because you know things are going to change drastically between now and the egg, and you're not going to be running any Bs, so it's going to be kind of a big guess, right?
Well, yeah, it's it will be, but usually with us the track's going to change quite a bit anyway. But we keep a race car good and balanced, so we don't have to make wholesale changes. We just keep an eye on it. We'll tweak on it here and there, but we're probably not going to change too much. Between now and there, just like I say, it's all about balance for me, and we'll see what happens.
I noticed you pulled all 4 tires off. Now, what's going to happen with that?
Well, we just grind them. Probably didn't hurt them out there in the heat race, but we just want to double check and just grind them, make sure there's no glaze on them, and plus, gets to check everything on the car, look, make sure everything's okay.
All right. Looking forward to the A main. Like I say, man, you're going to jump right over that B. I know that's got to be a blessing there, because, man, them Bs sometimes can get a little rough.
Oh, yeah, always makes an easier night when you run good in the heat.
All right, we'll check back with you later and have some fun.
All right, thank you.
Seth stopped here just long enough for me to take a look at his tires. You can see the difference between the tires that Al ran here earlier and out here where it's kind of light colored. It's, I wouldn't say it's really hard or slicked off, but you can definitely tell the difference when you come over here where the black part is, how it's taken that top of the rubber right off there. Plus it's just left a bunch of little scrape marks on there. And there again, that's going to give Al more bite when he gets out there in the feature, and I presume they're thinking it's going to be a dry slick by the time feature time rolls around. Seth, go ahead, I won't bother you anymore, buddy. Seth, you never worried about having black lung disease, have you, for doing that?
No.
So there's pretty good little dust comes off of there. Well, Al, it's my pleasure to present you with a $50 gift certificate from Motorsports of KC and your Racer of the Week. And boy, I can't think of one that we could have picked that would have been any finer than Al Perkey. Like I say, 7-time champion of MLRA. Al, it's a pleasure to present you with a gift certificate.
Well, I appreciate it very much. We'll find some way to use this, put this to good use, and every little bit helps. This racing's gotten really expensive, and anything we can, anybody that helps, and all these sponsors that help out these races, and races of whatever, however they help, nobody could do without them.
All right, Racer of the Week for week number 3, Al Perkey. Way to go, Al.
Thank you very much.
Jesse Stovall up Garland back. Oh my, Jesse Stovall right there in the mix. Perkey out front. Well, you got the seasoned veteran, you've got the upstart youngster that's really looking to establish his name as a fixture permanently in dirt late model racing. Boy, what this would do, and also for the SR Motorsports and Steve Russian kind of sticking his neck out, this would be a big payday for that race team. It'd help him a lot.
And what a payday for the fans. Now Jesse Stovall with Jet, maybe racing with Jet here tonight. But oh, here we go again. We're going to try to split 3 wide. Looks like Sean Mitchell in the way. Perky dispatches of him. Stovall ducks up underneath. Perky still with the lead. Stovall in second. And Kyle Burke is about a half straightaway back in third, but all the action up front. Perky swinging wide. See if that benefits Stovall any for track position. White flag one more time around for Al Perky. Jesse Stovall still having trouble getting around the 33M of John Mitchell. Coming through 3 and 4, looking for the checkered flag. Here they come. Al Perky! Al Perky taking the big win.
The winner tonight of the A Main for the late models at the Great American Dirt Track, Al Perky. Al, man, a great run out there. A lot of fun to watch. About a third of the way through the race, why it looked like you were just trying to stay in contact with Jackson, and you finally got up there and took the lead.
Yeah, well, like I said, like I told Tony, he was doing a great job. You know, I was running second. I'm sitting back there watching the whole thing, and he got having just a little bit of trouble with the lap cars, and it was time to go. You know, I moved to the outside and rolled him there in 3 and 4, and just, you know, we had a really good car, and we've had a good car, and it just, we haven't had the brakes, and you know, it just went our way. Yeah. We're gonna have to do this more often.
You know, really, with them starting so many cars, a few more extra than what they normally do, but it looked like lap traffic worked with you pretty good too.
Well, you know, the lap cars is, you know, there's nothing wrong with lap traffic. It's part of racing, you know, and as long as they cut you just a little slack, that's all they gotta do. You know, just cut you a little slack, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, toward the end of the race, when Stovall showed you a fender, it looked like you moved up off the bottom.
You know, I'd got just a little bit conservative there. We'd got behind some cars, and you know, my car, I had to really drive in the corner and keep it on the right front, and I was being a little lazy there, and I knew I was just kind of being conservative, trying to, you know, not do something wrong, but I knew it was going slow enough. Somebody could be on the outside, and I just saw his nose, and I knew it was time to go, and we had to go ahead and go win this race and not give it away.
Well, it must be nice. 10 grand, like I say, going to be a good chance for you and the wife and the young one to get out there, maybe have some dinner or something.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Once again, your winner.